When he was a baby and he had his surgery, we went into the surgery with the doctor saying he may come out not being able to move his arms or legs because they were so close to the motor strip. We had to move forward because we needed the seizures to stop.
They told us he might not ever talk.
When life gives you a challenge, you have two choices. You either fall to that challenge or you rise, and I think he rises every single day.
He can seize again at any time, and we know that. So for us, every seizure-free day is a good day. Just the fact that he never gives up. I look at Alex and I think anything's possible. Everything was typical during my pregnancy. Alex was born healthy, so we thought. He was about 6 months old and he was up on his hands and knees and his head just kept dropping. And he had his hand and he was scratching his crib. And I said, something's not right. And I called my mother and she met me at the emergency room. Within the month, we went to CCMC, we went to see a neurologist, and thank God he started having a seizure right in the room. And they were partial seizures. He was diagnosed with tuberous sclerosis at 6 months. He has tubers on his brain. It's actual non-functioning brain. Like if your brain is wavy, his parts of his brain look like the inside of a raw potato. He started having up to 80 seizures a day by the time he was 1.5 years. He had failed a lot of seizure meds. We went to New York. We met with Dr. Howard Weiner, and I said, I don't want to go anywhere else. My gut is telling me he needs to be in Dr. Weiner's hands. He was in a 3-piece suit on the floor crawling around with Alex, took a picture and said, can I put him on my wall? And that was it. We prepared for surgery. We lived in New York for 3 weeks. Me, Ruslan, my mother, Alex was in the hospital, and his older sister, Marina. He had his first brain surgery February 27th and the second one March 5th. At 18 months, he had 2 resections where they took out a piece of his brain. And it was probably the toughest 3 weeks of my life. I didn't know what to expect when he came out, but we knew there was no other choice. If we wanted to try to stop the seizures and give him any quality of life, we had to put our fears aside and move forward. When we left the hospital, it was tough. Like he had forgotten how to hold a bottle. He forgot how to chew. We had a lot of rehab to do.
He is on seizure medication twice a day. He has medicine we have to carry with him at all times. He's communicated well. His motor skill is great. He's, thank God, seizure-free since his second surgery.
I feel really proud of myself because it's really hard work. Wasn't that easy.
10 years ago, he was struggling with behavioral issues and he was a big, heavy kid. He couldn't run a mile.
He had never been a part of a team before because he can't get hit in the head or anything, and so running is really all he can do. He would run with his dad for fun.
When the COVID hit the United States in 2020, we pretty much did everything outdoors together. We went for runs, hikes, bike rides. Since that time, in 1 year, he lost over 40 pounds.
He works out with his sister, his older sister, Marina. He said, can you train me because I want to make states? And she said, I'll do it as long as you work hard and don't complain.
Keep your butt down when you do the plank.
When Alex wanted to get in shape and lose weight, she helped him.
Butt down when you do the plank.
His sister in the summer will work out with him. She'll take him to the gym, and then he's so proud of himself. He comes back and he's like dying for a really hot day so he can just take his shirt off. And I'll go, Alex, let's warm up first before we do that. If I forget to send a workout if he's away, he will text me no matter what, like, Coach, where's my workout? Or if he's about to leave, Coach, what do I do this weekend? He's always thinking about trying to get better at running.
I'm most proud of cutting down time in my 5K and my mile for cross country and track and field.
Let's go, Al!
He does have autism, so he is really good with numbers. If you know Alex, he remembers the time for every single race he's ever run. He knows how much time he's taken off of each race, his PRs, he has it all in his head.
My best times now are 18:54 for the 5K and then 5:15 for the mile.
He can tell you every hotel room we've ever stayed in, the number, the floor, everything.
In his freshman year, he was running with a pair. And I'm watching the races and I'm going, what is happening here? Alex is staying with the para, but the para is running too slow for Alex.
I feel like I'm humbled by having this opportunity to have worked with him for these last 4 years. What he's overcome physically, emotionally in some situations, cognitively. He defies all barriers. I feel like he's a person that if you tell him he can't, he's going to work really hard to show you he can. And that's not something that you can really teach. It's just something intrinsically within.
Whatever he puts his mind into would be successful. He's a very determined kid. Being a former athlete myself, I would love for him to play sports and succeed in sports. But even if he couldn't play any sports and he chose music and just concentrate on that, I'll be fine with that.
I believe the children are our future. Teach
As long as he's happy and he's enjoying what he's doing and he's successful, that's all that matters to me.
Give them a sense of pride to make it easy.
When we went to a CREC school, we went to Honor Grace Academy of the Arts, the music teacher there said, this kid has some musical ability.
Everybody loves the things you do.
I think this kid is a savant.
To the way you move.
He has perfect pitch. She would come in an hour early every week to work on the piano with him. He taught himself to play the piano, the harmonica. He knew the violin from Anna Grace, and everything he knew on the violin, he taught himself on the recorder in 10 minutes.
The music is just in him, and he radiates it.
The basketball team came up to me to start hugging me. And the crowd also cheered. I watch it over and over again and I feel proud and happy.
When I heard that they asked him to perform national anthem in Madison Square Garden, this is pretty much the biggest arena in my book in the world to play sports or perform concerts, anything. He was going to be singing national anthem in the Rangers game on December 2nd. I can't wait to be there.
My mom was diagnosed with cancer a little while after Alex had his surgery, and she wanted to be able to hear him speak. So I actually got him to say the words, "I love you." He didn't know what they meant, but she was able to read his lips. And so for her, to pass away knowing there was a chance that he was going to talk, I think is what she needed. From the boy who was never supposed to talk to the boy who is singing on stage, my mother would be over the moon. He's writing his own book. When I tell his doctors, the doctors are blown away.
It's not going to be the same coming out here next fall with Alex not here. He's a presence. He always says, "Hello, coach." He always says, "Goodbye, coach." I'm going to miss him. Yeah, it's been a good 4 years for us and for him.